If you've ever had butterflies before a big event or felt sick to your stomach when you were anxious, you've already experienced the gut brain connection. For a long time, scientists thought thoughts and feelings only lived in the brain, but we now know that your gut is constantly talking to your brain, and your brain is constantly talking back. This two-way communication system is called the gut brain axis, and it may be one of the biggest missing pieces in understanding mood, anxiety, stress, and even well being. In this video, we'll explore how your gut affects your brain, how your brain affects your gut, and what's actually happening inside your body when stress shows up as stomach symptoms, or stomach issues change how you feel emotionally. 1. Your gut has its own nervous system. Inside the walls of your digestive tract is a complex network of over 500 million neurons. This system is called the enteric nervous system, and it's sometimes called the second brain. It doesn't think, or dream, or analyze the future like your brain does, but it does sense, respond, coordinate digestion, regulate muscle movement, and communicate constantly with your main nervous system. The gut is connected to the brain through the vagus nerve, a long nerve that runs from your brainstem down into your chest, lungs, heart, and digestive organs. Signals travel in both directions. But here's a lesser known fact: about 80% of the traffic goes from the gut up to the brain, not the other way around. Meaning, your brain isn't just telling your gut how to behave, your gut is constantly updating your brain about the internal state of your body. 2. Your gut microbiome helps shape your mood. Inside your gut, trillions of microbes live and coexist: bacteria, viruses, yeasts, and other microorganisms. Together they form the gut microbiome. These microbes aren't just passive passengers. They actively break down food, produce vitamins, regulate inflammation, and most surprisingly, they help create chemicals that affect your brain. Some gut microbes can influence levels of serotonin, dopamine, and gamma aminobutyric acid, neurotransmitters involved in mood, motivation, and calmness. In fact, a significant portion of the body's serotonin is produced in the gut, not the brain. This doesn't mean gut serotonin directly enters the brain, but it does influence the signals traveling along the gut brain axis, changing how the brain regulates mood, stress, and emotional processing. 3. Stress doesn't stay in the brain, it hits the gut first. When you experience stress, the brain activates the stress system, releasing cortisol and adrenaline. Digestion is not essential for immediate survival, so the nervous system shifts resources away from the gut. Muscle contractions change, blood flow reduces, enzymes decrease, and the gut becomes more sensitive. This is why stress can cause nausea, IBS like symptoms, bloating, cramps, or urgent bowel movements. But here's the important part: stress chemistry also changes the gut microbiome itself. Some beneficial microbes decrease, while others that thrive in inflammation increase. Those microbial changes then send new stress signals back up to the brain, potentially reinforcing anxiety or low mood. So stress affects the gut, and then the gut feeds stress back to the brain, a feedback loop. 4. Inflammation links gut health and mental health. Your gut wall acts like a security barrier. It allows nutrients in, but keeps irritants and bacteria out of the bloodstream. When the gut lining becomes irritated, diet, infection, chronic stress, or lack of fiber, it may become more permeable. This is sometimes called increased intestinal permeability. More inflammatory molecules can then enter circulation, and the immune system becomes more active. Inflammation doesn't just affect the body, it can influence brain signaling too, shifting neurotransmitter balance, energy levels, and stress reactivity. So, for some people, ongoing digestive irritation can subtly influence mood, fatigue, and cognitive clarity. 5. The gut affects behavior, even without conscious thought. One of the lesser known discoveries in gut brain science is that microbes may influence behavior indirectly by changing how stress responses are calibrated. Some gut bacteria produce short chain fatty acids, which support gut lining health and calm immune activity. Others may influence how the vagus nerve fires, shifting the nervous system toward rest and digest instead of fight or flight. So, your emotional baseline, how reactive you feel, how quickly your body calms down, may be shaped not only by life experiences, but also by activity happening inside your digestive system. 6. Why gut feelings feel real. That sinking or tightening sensation in the stomach is not imagination. Your gut contains sensory neurons, constantly scanning your internal environment and sending updates to the brain regions that process feelings. Many of these signals go straight to areas that shape intuition, emotion, and bodily awareness, not language or logic. So, a gut feeling is often the nervous system detecting subtle bodily shifts faster than the thinking brain can interpret them. This doesn't mean gut feelings are always right, but it explains why they feel emotionally powerful and physically real. 7. Your brain also shapes your gut. The communication is two-way. Long-term anxiety, uncertainty, or unresolved stress can keep the nervous system tilted toward vigilance. This may change digestion patterns, alter microbial diversity, and make the gut more sensitive to everyday sensations. So, mood affects gut, and gut affects mood. Neither acts alone. This explains why psychotherapy, relaxation, breathing, and stress reduction tools sometimes improve digestive symptoms, even without changing diet, and why gut supportive changes sometimes improve emotional balance. 8. The gut brain axis is about balance, not good versus bad foods. A key point: this isn't about perfect gut health or chasing miracle fixes. The gut brain axis is about regulation. Diverse microbes, stable digestion, balanced inflammation, and a flexible stress response all support mental well being. Extreme restriction, stressful dieting, or obsessively chasing gut perfection can ironically increase stress chemistry, which may worsen gut brain communication. Your nervous system likes safety, consistency, variety, and calm, and your gut reflects that. 9. Why this field feels so important. The gut brain axis helps explain why some people feel emotions in the body first, why stress triggers stomach symptoms, why digestive issues and mood can flare together, and why calming the nervous system is not in your head, but also a biological process. It shifts the conversation away from blame and toward understanding. Your mood does not live in just one place, it lives in the dialogue between brain, body, immune system, gut, and environment. So the next time you feel stress in your stomach, or your mood dip when your digestion is off, you're not imagining the connection. Your gut and brain are two parts of the same conversation, and every day, your microbiome, your nervous system, and your emotions are quietly shaping one another. The more we learn about the gut brain axis, the more it reminds us that mental health is also physical health, and that caring for the body and caring for the mind are deeply intertwined. Thanks for watching The Everyday Brain. If you'd like more science-based videos on psychology and how the brain works, feel free to subscribe.